Meryl and I came to Flagstaff in 1972. There was absolutely nothing Jewish in town. We learned that there was another Jewish couple living here, and we contacted them. And we asked them what the chances were of a synagogue starting, and they said, oh, maybe 10 years down the road. About 6 or 8 months after we came, the Bermans arrived in town, Ray and Hilda Berman. They had a vast knowledge of Judaism and could read from the Torah, which the Ritz and we could not do. And he felt he didn't have 10 years to wait to start a synagogue. And he wanted us to move on it now, immediately.
So we put out a call, not literally, but figuratively, to try to find other Jews. And we found them all over the place. We'd look in the phone book, we'd find a Cohen, and if he wasn't Jewish, he'd at least refer us to somebody else who was Jewish. So that first Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah, we had about 27 people at our service in the house.
The synagogue, incidentally, was named by Hilda Berman. She came up with Heichal Ba'oranim, which lightly translated as Temple in the Pines, because she felt like that's what we are, the synagogue up here in the mountain in the pines.
We had our synagogue meet in homes. Then we graduated to facilities in town, such as churches, Little America Basement, and purchasing a building that we got at a Scherf sale. And from there, we kind of plateaued. And we got a phone call from Rabbi Dovi. He was interested in coming to Flagstaff. He had made inquiry, I guess through the Chabad channels, that there was a university here, there were Jewish students here, and there was no Chabad here. I didn't think that we really needed another synagogue in town. We had plateaued ourselves and we weren't making progress. I just said, Dovi, I don't think there's enough Jewish things here for you to come. And that was kind of the end of a cordial conversation. I gave Dovi a call back and we had a conversation. I said, Dovi, I changed my mind. I explained why. I said, yes, I think you should come and see what happens. What I didn't know about Chabad, I didn't know that once they make that commitment, it's a commitment for life. And that just about blew me away when I found that out subsequently, because Rhoda and I were both concerned that Chabad was going to leave town if it didn't work well for them. And Chaya and Dovi both said, no, when we make a commitment, we're here, we're not moving.
Chabad started small in Flagstaff. Dovi and Chaya had a little apartment. And I think the first time we went was for a Purim Megillah reading. And we went for a Shabbos dinner. And I remember going and baking challah there. It was getting a little tight. Now then they moved into their home and everything took place in the house. Now there's a building that's a rented space.
It's just mushroomed into such a larger presence of Judaism in northern Arizona. All these, which I wouldn't even call little things, but you put them all together, and it's just made Chabad a big, positive, major northern Arizona presence for which Rhoda and I are very appreciative. It's good for the community, and it's good for Judaism. It's good for Chabad. We're grateful that they're here.
One of our goals when we came to Flagstaff was to see a Jewish presence in northern Arizona. And Heichal Ba'oranim, I feel, has done a good job of doing that. But I can't foresee the future. But with Dovi here in Flagstaff, I know that Judaism will always be in northern Arizona.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Merrill and Mrs. Rhoda Abeshaus to the stage.